Hello, hello, hi, welcome back. It has been 6 days, something like that. Too long. Life has been lifing. I have missed you. The readings, they just keep happening. The ancient ones, I have this upside down. But they're happening in my personal life versus for you, where they should be happening. I did shuffle beforehand. If you don't want to hear me talk about anything, I will say go ahead and look down in the description box and click on Oracle or Tarot. I'm not doing astrology recap tonight. I'm not an astrologer anyway. But I follow some really great ones. The channel follows some really great ones. So if you want to look at the subscriptions tab, that's pretty. And check out anybody on there. I highly recommend that. I follow who I consider to be the best of the best astrologers and tarot readers. So go look at them. Go look them. Yeah, that's what I said. Go look them. Go look at who I follow. That being said, there's not going to be any astrology tonight. So Oracle and Tarot, we're about to get right into it. Believe it or not, I did shuffle beforehand, but then I realized I must have put some in the wrong direction. I don't like that. I don't read reversals in anything. So, I mean, I guess technically it doesn't matter, but I like things in order because I am a Virgo sun. That's real. So instead, I did some word meditation. So maybe I'll do a timestamp for that if somebody doesn't want to hear it, or if you do want to hear it and get right to it. I did some word meditation, and what came through was, I think it's always for a very specific group of you. Maybe one person, or maybe there's a little bit of something in the words for a person here and a person there. Maybe, I don't know. But for those that don't know, I like to prepare for readings by getting quiet and seeing what spirit may have to say. I pretty much just ask, like, who is going to need this message, or who is going to be listening when this video comes out, or when this video reaches whoever it needs to reach. How will they know that the message is for them? And then I just start hearing words. So I don't ever know unless you tell me. So instead of asking you to like or subscribe, which I hope you like or subscribe, I will say leave a comment and let me know if these messages are for you and how they resonate with you, especially the words. What word or what phrase came through that you were like, oh my God, that's for me? Because I want to know. I want to know. So tell me. All right. So word meditation. I got quiet and I started hearing things. And the first thing I heard was Samsonite, which I know to be a mineral. After I did the word meditation, I then go and do the Google. And I guess it's also a very famous luggage. I think I knew that, but I also did not remember that. How about that? So, which is funny because I don't look until after. But in my mind, I hear Samsonite and I'm thinking mineral. And then I heard voyage transforming, like a transforming voyage. It's what it felt like. Was being said, and I think that's right. And then I heard unearthing, hidden caves unmarked, forever changing, temptation, laughter and courage go hand in hand, and time is of the essence. Jump with both feet, trust the process. And I heard next week is big and it's happening fast. And then as I was about to start the Googling, I was literally about to grab the phone and just say, okay, like Samsonite, like, why is this important? You know, trying to look it up, which, by the way, I didn't even get to that part. And I heard, and so it begins, and away we go. Like, do you remember, I don't know if it's a Disney thing or I'm not sure what it is, but there's that saying like at the beginning of the films, and it's away we go. And for whatever reason, that's important. So I heard, and so it begins, and away we go. So maybe it's the type of films that you like to watch, or maybe you're about to. And then I heard, like, on repeat, it just started and it kept going and going and going, was "You are the apple of my eye, you are the sunshine of my life," which is from a Stevie Wonder song that I know. I don't remember the name of the song, that I don't know. And when I went and did the Google thing, I didn't actually look it up for the first time in my life. Samsonite, however, I did look up, and it is found, I think, mostly, if not solely, in Germany. If that's relevant to you, I think that's come up a few times, actually. And then the luggage part, which I thought, again, was funny. That's the only thing I looked up. I didn't even look up why it was important or anything like that. But so that is the word meditation, and that's what all came out. If any of that resonated with you or felt like, oh my God, then I would suggest sticking around for the tarot. That's how I seem to know when something is for me. If words come that are specific for me, then I know that part of the message is for me too. Yes, because in a reading, and especially when dealing with energy and spirit and universe and whatever name you want to give it, we're all in this together. Lovers. I just saw the Lovers card. And I don't ever say it's a love reading, but I swear it always comes out as a love reading. The next week is big and happening fast, and so it begins, and away we go feels very significant. Okay? All right. So let's do this. Spirit, if you can give us one card, one oracle card with a message to help guide this reading. Okay, there's two. The Temple and God Speaks. And they both flipped. The Temple and God Speaks. 59 and 33. The lover and the beloved meet in sacred space. Well, isn't that funny considering I saw the Lover's card? They take respite from cares of the world, entering into sanctuary where only they exist. You are in need of this. Meditation, making love, connection and dance, intimacy and surrender into the moment. Your body and soul need to enter into the temple and participate in sacred ceremony. Choose to gift this to yourself. Set aside time, turn off the computer and mobile telephone, turn on music and set the lighting. Be in the present moment. Do you remember your body? Ah, yes, here it is. Can you be in its temple with presence and delight? This oracle brings guidance to take time out to smell the flowers, savor the pleasures of life, and renew your connection to the inner lover. Your sensuality wants to come out and play. You are encouraged to explore scent, touch, taste, and feeling. You are encouraged to play with color. What moves you? What brings you into connection with yourself in this moment again? It is the wholeness of divine self-connection in sacred space that will best nourish you now. And then God speaks. The divine is speaking to you directly. Underneath the silence, there is the endless music of love pulsating throughout the universe. Within that sacred sound, there is guidance. It may or may not have words. It might be a feeling in your heart that you can only access when you are still, relaxed, dancing in a yoga practice, or even half asleep. It assures you that behind any struggle or challenge, there is only ever the divine seeking you out, calling you to surrender some fear or doubt or other so you can move closer. Trust in the sound of love beyond anything else, for in truth, no matter what may appear to be, there is nothing else. This oracle brings you guidance. You are being loved into becoming. Be open to being, This oracle brings you guidance. You are being loved into becoming. Be open to being shown the divine genius in all that is happening. If you feel you are being nudged, know you are being nudged by the divine. If you feel you are being held back, know you are being held back by the divine. All is happening perfectly for you, and all will unfold in divine timing. The divine is speaking to you. When you are captivated by the beauty of nature or an illogical sense that everything is okay, listen. That's the divine talking to you, reassuring you that all is unfolding according to spiritual law in perfect cooperation with your own destiny. So, take time for the self. Trust in the process. Trust in the process. I think that is confirmation of that. And love yourself in this process. We'll see what that means. That's the guidance for the reading. We're going to use these daydream cards, the daydream tarot deck. Like I said, I already pre-shuffled, so we're not going to take too much time here. I'll just do one. Mixed up a little bit. Okay, Spirit. What's the message today, tonight? Definitely something about the next week. Mercury, I do know, goes direct. Okay, this is definitely. So this came out in the pre-shuffle. Ten of Swords. If you look, it's a very different Ten of Swords. Like swords all around, but there's a path. There's a clear path. It's a little scary. It's a lot scary. Might be the scariest thing you've ever done in your life. That's how I look at this. But you're doing it anyway. Do you see the hands? Do you see? Those Two of Swords. Trusting the process. Two of Swords is about trust and faith. Intuition. Putting an end to what has caused you pain and discomfort. Surrounded by the Eight of Swords, holding the Two. You might have been scared, but you're now prepared. You're now prepared. You're ready. Oh. Page of Wands. If ever there was a card that said, here we go. And there's also the two birds representing air, much like the Two of Swords. Could have strong air in your chart or be dealing with someone who's an air sign as well. But I think this is definitely about a path that's opened up, or the time is now. And so it begins, and away we go. Voyage transforming, transformative voyage. What about it? What about this path? What about this path, Spirit? I think tonight's reading, kind of like the last reading, it's going to be a little different. What about this path, Spirit? Okay. Well, like I said, you might have a lot of air in your chart or be dealing with someone with a lot of air in their chart. Otherwise, this is, again, there's a bit of a trusting the process here. Trusting in the truth, trusting in the knowledge that has been gained along the way. This is the Queen of Swords. That came out, I think, second though. Again, this is very much someone who is walking a path armed and ready, the Knight of Wands. What about this path? It's one that is, I feel like this is a part of your growth journey. This is about leveling up. I mean, you have the Page, the Knight, then the Queen. It's very much a progression. Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords, sorry, but still. But the growth, sorry, I'm going to start again. The growth, you see the flowers blooming along the way while carrying the flame? Oh, while carrying the flame. This is very much, it's just reminding me kind of like a minor arcana for the Hermit card. That's what I felt. We'll see what comes out. But from the Page to the Knight to the Queen. Okay. Journey. Ready. The Knight is also kind of entering into this path with this Devil card. This Devil, I actually like this Devil card a lot. Like, it's so cute. It's so stupid. But it's like, really? We're doing this? I don't want to do this. Like, it didn't go the way that I expected it to. I don't know. It's something about, like, plans were thwarted, or, like, I don't know. He's just so adorable. It's not, it's like even the Devil was disappointed. But there's something here that is about, like, the work that went in. The work that went in. Why does that sound... The work that went in could be earth and air here. I mean, now we almost have all the signs. We're just missing some cups, but on this path, and so it begins. Well, yeah, 8 of Pentacles. So Earth. This could definitely be about timing. The impatience. Time and patience. That's what I'm hearing. Time and patience. And so it begins. We're at the 8 here. So you're at the Devil, Capricorn, Earth energy. Okay. Waited for a while. Tired of waiting, perhaps. That could be the Devil energy, that more, and there's the Death card. Transforming. So, I mean, I feel like that comes to an end. We'll see. Coming to an end. Whoa, no. All right. Yeah. I think it's Ace of Wands. It's a new beginning. I mean, literally. I'm going to put this here, actually. Yep. Literally. And so it begins. Tired of waiting. Whoa. We're going to put these back. But we have the Knight of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. There's what. Death card also represents Scorpio, which is water. So we now have... Why? Okay. Calm down. Transforming and beginning. New life. The Sun in this card. It's too many. New life. Why? I knew it was going to come out. I knew it. That one was upright. That's Judgment, and I love this card too. This is a different kind of judgment. Like, can they see me? Can they hear me? I'm surrounded. I'm surrounded. What do they think? What are they going to say? What are they going to do? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. But it doesn't have to be that way. Look at their faces. They're kind of silly. Like, how can they judge you? Are they judging you? And look at the bottom. Like little minions, kind of. I love this. Oh no! What's going to happen next? I don't know. A new beginning. It could be everything you ever hoped for. It could be the scariest thing you've ever done in your life. I think this is about you making a judgment call. King of Wands. If it wants to come back out, it'll come back out. If this message, like if the message is strong, we don't have to worry about putting something back. Yeah, I think this is making a judgment call. The king is looking at this judgment. Judgment's like, it's a timing thing. The transformation happens, new beginning, and then it's the judgment call. What does that new beginning look like? What does that new beginning look like? Laughter and courage go hand in hand. Hierophant. Also a very hermit card kind of vibe, right? With the judgment, King of Wands in between here, death, new beginning. So transformation, ending, beginning, judgment. I feel like it's judgment call. Here's your king right below the Queen of Swords. Keep that in mind. And then the Hierophant here underneath the devil. I'm going to clarify in just a second. Whoa. Six of Cups. I felt I had to take it. Knight of Swords, that's going to go with that Six of Cups. The timing, the balancing of the feelings and emotions, that's done. It's done! 10 of Wands. For some reason, this journey, it's an ending to begin. I mean, we've had that message before. And then we have the Moon and the Ace of Swords. We've had that message before. It has to end to begin. To begin? Why can't I speak? It has to end to begin. It has to end. I didn't even realize this was the 18 card. That's underneath Death. And then the Ace of Swords. Underneath an Ace of Wands. It has to end to begin. And the balancing, that's the judgment call, I think. You're making a judgment call to say hello. But in order to say hello, you had, wow. In order to say hello, you had to say goodbye. I'm going to take it this time. 8 of Cups and the Chariot. And then one fell underneath my desk here. To say hello, you had to say goodbye. To say hello, you have to say goodbye. It's something like that. Wait, okay. One card fell, and oh, look at that. The damn Hermit card. You know where it's going to fall? Underneath this Hierophant. We do not, I mean, the Six of Cups and the Eight of Cups, the Moon, the Death card, you have the water here. And the Hangman and the Page of Cups. This is definitely about loving yourself and loving yourself enough in order to do the hard thing. Whatever it is, there's Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and on the bottom here, King of Cups. Yeah, whatever it is. Look at that. It's just like just the Two of Cups. I'll balance all the other emotions for these two. Definitely. Okay. Why? All right, I'm taking it. Eight of Wands and the Four of Cups. Yeah, definitely a balancing. Right there in the middle of these cups, I'll let you see. There's happiness here. It has not been easy. Okay. You have to say goodbye to say hello. It begins, and away we go. Laughter and courage go hand in hand. I feel like it's a saying that I used to say a lot. It's just changes. Decisions and changes. There's the Queen of Swords again. Decisions and changes. That's the truth. We're going to finish this up, Spirit. What else you got? That's the truth. Facing the truth. Calling out the truth, I heard. Decisions and changes. That's all it is. Decisions and changes. You make a decision. Things changed, and Five of Cups, definitely about the change. It can feel empty. This Ten of Cups to this, Ten of Pentacles to this Five of Cups. Your happiness, you see the Two Cups that stay upright, your happiness is not dependent upon the Ten of Pentacles. It can also be a little bit saddening, is what I'm hearing. Like that Ten of Pentacles, I mean, that's a 10, you know, just like Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands, Ten of Cups. Letting go. Page of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. Letting go. It's the only way. Letting go. Wow. Yep. And there it is. That's your confirmation. It's the only way. You are the sunshine of my life. Queen of Pentacles. You have to say goodbye to say hello. The light, the path, taking action. Also being, there's something about being at peace with the decisions made. There's Five of Pentacles to the Two of Pentacles. That's the balance. Being at peace with the decisions made. You have Five of Wands, big change. When I tell you next week is going to be big, it's going to be big. Mercury goes direct. There's going to be some aha moments between now and then. Could double down in the communication or technology mishaps. Four of Wands. So from the 5 to the 4, no matter what, no matter all the change equals, it's going to the 4. It's taking a step back. Seven of Wands. And Spirit said, no, it's not. It's not the same thing. It's not taking a step back as if like not moving forward. It's taking a step back as in you're not going to stay in that energy. You can go from the 4 to the 10 really quick. Justice. The balancing act. You can go from the 4 to the King. You know, you can go from the 4 to the Sun. You can go from the Sun to a 3. Like whatever. I mean, I can keep going. And then there's the Moon again. Okay. Deep feelings. There's the 6 of Cups again. One more. To the 7. Yeah, it's all progression. Everything is progressing. It's just not staying. The change, it's about the change. It's about the change. Whoa. High Priestess. And you know, your higher self, but I think this is divinity, divine guidance coming in. It's possible this is your intuition, but yeah, so there's the 10 of Wands, Temperance, and the Magician. It's definitely about divine timing. It's divine timing. So everything that's happened, quick. 8 of Wands. And the Star. And this is big. Whatever. Okay, let's get into it. 6 of Wands, victory. I want to go back here for just a second. For the person who's watching, Spirit, can you tell them what this is? Oh, hello. There's that 3 of Cups. Can you tell them what this is about? There's 5 of Wands again. Okay, can you tell them what this is about, Spirit? Whoever is watching, whoever is watching this, can you tell them what this is about? The Sun, the 7 of Cups, and the 6 of Wands. A decision made. Something from victory and a decision made at that. A clear direction. Okay, so if you were on the fence, and this is going to be funny, because I wasn't even realizing it's a little on the nose. I'll show you the imagery in a second. If you were on the fence about something, a path that you were going to take, a direction that you were going to go, it has become clear now. You have the Queen of Swords twice. You've got paths opening up that are very clear. You've got transformation, new beginnings. You've got deep feelings, new beginnings. Truth about your feelings. Truth about your feelings is important. The Sun twice, that also is important. The Moon twice, also important. Then when you have these 7 of Cups to the 6 of Wands, it is very much about everything that you weren't so clear on, of all the things, of all the choices that could have been made. You now know your direction. And it's jumping with both feet. Time is of the essence. Jump with both feet. Trust the process. With the Temperance, with the Magician, with the Star, it's happening fast. Lots of things ending. The burden is ending. The scary night ending. Perhaps family systems as a whole, like family systems as in like traditions, right? Things that no longer serve you. That's ending. It does not mean that it necessarily feels great. But it's also exactly what you need. It's what you wanted. It is actually what you wanted. So I'll show you these. So if you've been on the fence, the direction is now clear. You choose love. Whether it's love of self, love of another, all of the above, everything can be true. Okay? That's what I heard. You choose love. You choose love. So that's what that's what the message is about that we just made a mess of. And let's get some guidance here. Last little bit, Spirit. Five of Pentacles. I'll show you. This is a little bit different. This is kind of like looking up at the stars, literally. What's the guidance, Spirit? Look to the stars. Look to the stars. Whoa. Ha! If you needed a sign. All right. That's it. Look to the stars. So I think there's some things going on astrologically. There's definite some big things happening in April. There's going to be a 7-planet lineup in Aries. So we just had like a 6-planet parade, but they weren't all in the same sign. It was just, you know, in a nice little line. And then we've had, what do we have? The solar eclipse, the lunar eclipse. We have a solar eclipse? Yeah, something like that. I mean, we've had lots of major things, and we are definitely getting into Neptune and Saturn being in Aries now. The truth, the spiritual truth, what moves you on the spiritual level, what is for your highest good, what allows you to walk from heart center. And what I mean by allows you, like, what is it that pushes you to where you don't have a choice but to walk from heart center? This is what we are seeing. This is the activation of sorts. With this, looking to the stars, I dare say that you need, I dare say, go listen to the astrology for, you can pick one, you know, a day, a week, a month. There's lots of readers out there, but go look at, oh God, what is it? What's he called? The Tarot Ship? I think, but go look on the subscribe page. There is an astrologer / tarot reader, and he does weekly. I think it's Tarot Ship. Don't quote me on that, but go look. And then go and listen to your rising sign. If you don't know what your rising is, do your birth chart. I've told you this before, because I think you really need to look to the stars. I think that is absolutely the message that is coming out. This is about a choice that you've made, okay? Something you were on the fence about. I think this has to do with love, but it could also have to do with something that's about very earthly things, okay? Material, possessions, jobs, tangible, money itself. But you were on the fence. You're no longer on the fence, or you're no longer going to be on the fence. The sun is coming out to highlight everything that you need to know. This next week is going to be essential, I believe. 7 of Cups to the 6 of Wands. You have figured out your decision. Look to the stars. Go look at your rising sign in astrology and listen to that first. Then go to your sun to listen to kind of like what that day-to-day might, well, it's a lie. The rising is going to give you your day-to-day. So your sun is going to be more of that futuristic outcome, like down the road, long term. So listen to your sun after that to kind of hear the messages that might be about whatever's happening now and how it sets up for 6 months from now, a year from now, 10 years, because, you know, it's all relative. And then listen to your moon as the aspect of how will you most likely move emotionally through this, okay? Because that emotion can determine, you know, I mean, we're human. We still have free will no matter what the planets say. But look to the stars. Look to the stars. Could also be about your North Star. Again, a decision made. But I say you need this. I'm feeling strongly somebody who's watching this needs to listen to the astrology. Start with your rising sign. Okay? If you want to stay with just your rising sign, that's fine. That's going to give you a better day-to-day. 9 of Wands to the 6 of Swords. Yeah, it's clear. And look at the direction of sight up to the sky. And you have the birds in the sky. Okay? On the fence. It's going to be clear. It's going to be clear. Look to the stars. It may be that you need to listen. 5 Cups. That's on top. 2 of Cups on the bottom. You need to listen so that way you get that clear message, or so that it all comes together for you. But that's the advice. I hope you got something out of this. I'm gonna do my best for it to not be so long. I will not be doing a video tomorrow for sure, but possibly Friday night. Friday or Saturday. Lots of things happening. Okay. We'll talk soon.